What's up everyone? Welcome back to another mindset video, and I was actually going to title this how to get the F out of your own way, but I figured that might offend a couple of people, so I didn't title it as that. But I'm excited to do this video because for a lot of you it's actually going to speed up the rate that you're going to be able to succeed. It's also going to end a lot of frustration and a cycle that's really been holding you back and not serving you in any way, shape, or form when it comes to creating change, to getting the type of results that help you, gain the level of self-belief and self-confidence that you can actually do this. Now, it might sound like a very simple concept, but I actually spend more time taking away things from people than I do adding things. And what I mean by that is so many people will want to achieve an end result. They'll want to achieve something and they think that the way that they're going to do that is by adding, right? I'm going to add this food plan. I'm going to add this workout. I'm going to go from 3 days to 5 days. I'm going to be able to add these supplements, and then I'm going to go and do Golden Door detox for 15 days. I'm going to start this cycle, and everything's adding on top, right? And you've got to understand that the biggest reason why you haven't been able to do it so far is you've already added enough stuff, right? You've already added way too much stuff that is in your way that you need to actually flip the script and do the opposite. So with my lovely, beautiful drawings, right, there's two clear paths that I see to getting results. One, you remove all the things that have been holding you back and all the things that you tend to put in your way, which allows you to achieve the results that you want with less resistance and in a shorter period of time, because you're not going to go through the same cycle. You're not going to take 1 step forward and 3 steps backwards, because you understand that by letting go of things, it will allow you to create more forward momentum. It will allow you to create lasting change. All right, and what I mean by that is for a lot of people, they have a poor mindset or belief systems when it comes to their ability to be able to achieve something. So that would be a belief system that either I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, that tends to hold them back. And it creates that mindset pattern of, fear when it comes to wanting to achieve something or wanting to take a risk or wanting to invest in yourself, because you're so afraid that you might fail, because again, it's connected to that belief that I'm not good enough. Or for some of you, it's the belief that I'm not worthy. So for you to even want to do something for yourself, like commit to a financial investment, commit to a time investment, you don't feel like you're worthy of being able to commit to that, so you don't. So you keep dragging yourself back here, all right? You don't allow yourself to just go into something all in because of this crappy mindset and belief system that's holding you back, that's attached to something that's never true, right? And even if anybody in your entire lifetime told you that you are not worthy, right, which was my father, right? At the end of the day, the only person that can tell you whether you're worthy or not is you. And that took me a long time to truly understand. And if you're in that boat, I hope that you can make that same connection, because once you realize that, again, that's out of the way. It's gone. I don't need that to hold me back anymore, right? And for a lot of people that I speak to on a day-to-day, week-to-week basis, right, they've been in this cycle where they're trying to achieve a certain result. For me, it's weight loss, it's transformation, it's body fat, it's energy, it's strengthening, it's whatever it might be in the, the health and fitness space. And for so many of them, they've tried so many different things because they've done them all with anchors attached to their legs, right? Like they've tried to swim with this anchor that keeps dragging them back. So they make it a little bit, but after a while, that anchor gets pretty heavy and it drags them back down to where they were before, back down to the bottom, back down to the point where they're unhappy, uncomfortable, in pain, don't like who they are, don't like what they see in the mirror, and they're suffering, okay? Because they're not willing yet to look at what they need to do to remove the anchor, all right? And I do these weekly videos because these mindset tools are your ways, they're your tools, they're your methodologies and strategies to be able to remove these anchors, to be able to remove the things that no longer serve you, that hold you back from what you want to do or what you want to have in your life. right? Whether it's health, fitness, or anything else, it all relates. So the first step to this entire process is looking at what are the things that are holding you back. And for a lot of my clients, I have to gain an understanding of the cycle. I have to gain an understanding of what's led them to where they are now. And what are some of the core beliefs or some of the mindset things that are their anchors, that are the things that are holding them back and not allowing them to just go for it, to be able to be unrestricted in their path to success. And I'm not saying that your path to success is going to look like that. In fact, it's probably going to look more like that. But without these anchors, without these things holding us back, right, there is less resistance in you being able to do what you need to do on a daily basis. Okay? I want to make sure I'm very clear on that definition. All right, so that's the first aspect of this. It's just shedding the stuff that you've been holding on to for so long that is holding you back, right? All of these conversations, all of the failures, all of the things that you keep stacking up on top of yourself that are dragging you down and not allowing you to ever move forward and gain momentum and feel lighter. All right, now use that word in a very specific way because that's a lot of the feedback I get from my clients who have been with me over time is that they just feel lighter. Things feel easier. They're not overwhelmed. They don't have all of these crazy conversations and these negative chats with themselves, right? Around failure and fear and self-doubt and self-loathing. Like that stuff's gone, right? It didn't just suddenly go. It went because we have a process to deal with these things, to shed what you're carrying, to offload the things you keep dumping on top of yourself. All right? The next part of this is probably the main reason why most people either don't get started or why they give up. All right? This is why for a lot of people they never do it at the level that they should be doing it, because this stuff is always inhibiting them to go all in and it's always dragging them back. This stuff here is the stuff that you put in your way, all right? So I want to be clear, the stuff that's holding you back versus the stuff that you are putting in your way. The excuses, the justifications, the reasons, the poor me victim mindset, all of that crap is the stuff that you're putting in your way. And you have to understand that you're putting it in your way. No one else came along and went, boom, there you go. Here's a shitty mindset and here's a whole bunch of stuff that you need to carry. No, you created it over time. You made a certain amount of choices that led you to where you are now. And if you haven't watched my video from last week, go and watch it, right? Because it was a good one to really kick off the new year. And it was all about creating your own circumstances or what to do when circumstances aren't in your favor in order to keep moving forward. And this is a perfect example of that, right? Maybe circumstances aren't great, but am I putting reasons and excuses and justifications in my way for not doing it, right? I've got clients all the time. They're like, this is my goal for the week, right? And if they don't do it and they come back to me with an excuse, they already know that it was an excuse, right? They know that they had the time, right? And I talk to people on a daily basis where it's like, yep, that was my goal, but I didn't do it. That's what I wanted to do, but I only did it for 2 weeks. That's what I set out to do, but then this happened and the kids happened and I emotionally ate and I got stressed and work happened and I'm like, all I hear is noise, 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 noise. And not saying that because I don't care and I don't pay attention to what they're saying, but all it is doing is stacking up stuff that's in your way that doesn't need to be there and not allowing you to bust through, create a little bit less resistance around your ability to be able to do the do. All right, that's where the resistance lies. If I have all this stuff dragging me back and then I put all this stuff in my way, what are my chances of succeeding or let alone enjoying anything about the process? But yet we do it, right? And everybody tends to do it at some point. And you've got to make the decision sometimes to just pull yourself back from all of this and really have a look at what are the things that have been holding me back? What are the bullshit excuses that I keep telling myself that I'm putting in my way? I was tired, so I didn't go. I just didn't have time to get there this weekend, but yet I watched 6 hours of Netflix. Or I slept again for another 3 hours in the afternoon, but I didn't have time to get there and my day ran out. But hey, I had time to go out, or I had time to go shopping, or I had time to go that, but I just didn't have time to get to the gym, or I just didn't have time to get the workout in. Like at the end of the day, you've got to understand that's something that you are putting in your way when it comes to you being able to achieve a certain outcome, to end up at a certain destination, result, transformation, whatever it might be. So again, right, I really want you to give yourself this gift of just pulling yourself back from all of the noise, all of the stuff that you've just been throwing out there to the world and into your own head. All right, when it comes to reasons why you can't or reasons why you haven't. All right, and start to shed this stuff. Start to get rid of it. If a belief, a conversation, a thought doesn't serve you, if you carry it, you are allowing it to hold you back. If you create an excuse, if you allow circumstance to dictate whether you do or don't do something, you are putting stuff in your way. Again, stopping you from achieving an end result. So when you feel frustrated, when you feel overwhelmed, when you sit here and you play with your stomach and you're unhappy at how you look in the mirror and you're unhappy with who you are and you're unhappy with what you see and I'll try again next week. Next week I'll hit the goal. So you make yourself feel a little bit warm and fuzzy again because you told yourself you'll do it next week. But hey, do you think you're still carrying around the same stuff that's dragging you back? Yes. Are you going to put the same shit in your way next week? Probably. All right. Maybe you'll prove me wrong by getting an extra day in instead of the 4. You'll get 2. Whatever it might be. But you got to understand that this is a pattern. And until you decide that, hey, I don't want to play this game anymore. I want to operate here. I'm going to get rid of this stuff. This stuff here doesn't even exist to me anymore. I'm going to do the do no matter what. And I talked about that last week around circumstances, right? Like if I can't do it in the morning, I'm going to do it at night. If I can't fit it in on a Monday and a Tuesday, I'm going to do it on a Thursday and Friday, right? There's no reason why I can't do the do. I just have to create my own circumstances. I have to decide that I'm going to stop putting stuff in my way. And when people ask, how long is it going to take me to lose 20 kilos? Or how long is it going to take me to lose 10 pounds? Right? Well, it all depends on how much shit you're going to put in your way. It all depends on how much stuff has been in your way for how long that we need to get rid of. Because if there's nothing there, the path to the end result has less resistance. The path to you doing the do is simpler. It's easier. We don't have to spend as much time getting rid of or, moving things out of the way. So if you're at a position right now where you're starting a new year and you want to create a new foundation, a new process, a new journey for yourself, then start here. Get rid of rather than add, right? Going keto, low carb, and adding all of these different food plans and all of these different workouts and all of these different commitments and all of these different promises, and you bought all of this workout gear and you're ready and you've got everything ready to go. But yet this week you train, I don't know, twice, maybe you trained once, maybe you didn't train at all. Right? If you want to change that pattern, this is where it starts. And if you want help with that, then I would love to help you. So reach out to me, send me a message, and I'll let you know exactly how every single one of my clients achieves incredible results. Because we focus not just on food and diet, right? That stuff's easy. Right? We focus on transformation, we focus on change, we focus on sustainability and lifestyle and being able to do this stuff forever, right? Because that for me is the only way to solve this thing, not to put you in an eternal loop where at the end of that cycle, you're going to be back to the beginning again or trying to figure out what to do, right? That's not setting you up for success. So if you want to be set up for success and I can help, reach out to me and let me know. At the very least, take this on board and work out what you want to start letting go of and what you're no longer willing to put in your way. Because when you do that, that's where momentum lives. That's where you start to get compounding of the results. And that's where things start to become fun because I'm not getting dragged back. I'm not carrying all of this stuff, or I'm not trying to bust through these imaginary walls that I keep putting in my way of reasons why I can and I can't do something. All right, and if you can do that for yourself, then this is going to be the year that you're able to finally feel the way that you want, to look the way that you want, and to end this vicious cycle which is keeping you frustrated, overwhelmed, and unhappy. And if I can help you in that journey, then that is my commitment to you, and I'm excited to connect with any of you that reach out to me.